guys, so today is the first official day of summer. I decided I wanted to do a whole video series for summer on summer makeup, summer hair, and summer fashion. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about how to achieve that perfect summer sunless tan. So I've actually been using self-tanners for a while now, just because I am the kind of person that will go sit out in the sun for hours and barely get any color, and I just don't tan easily. And now that I'm getting a little bit older, I really take skin health and sun protection a lot more seriously, because sitting out in the sun and roasting, it literally speeds up the process of aging, and it's so bad for your skin. So that's why self-tanners are like my new best friend. So I'm going to show you guys the products that I use for self-tanning, how to prep my skin, how to apply the product, and how to make that color last. And I've tried out a lot of different drugstore ones out there, and this one is a little bit newer to me. This is the TanCeuticals CC Self-Tanning Body Lotion. I have it in the color dark. I think it's available in light and dark, but I think dark is the only color that's available online right now. But I'm pretty fair and I can still use dark because it is buildable, so I like to use a small amount at a time to kind of gradually build up the color. I've actually been really liking this so far. It's a color and correct self-tanning lotion, which I've never really heard of another one like it, and it actually is supposed to improve the look of your skin as you use it. It has a ton of moisturizing properties in it, like vitamin E, mango butter, acai berry, and it's also a cruelty-free product, so it doesn't have any harmful ingredients in it, and there's no parabens or anything like that. So that's great about this. This runs for around $25 online. It is a little bit more expensive than drugstore, but you're getting a lot more bang for your buck, and it works a lot better. If you've used tanning lotions before, you know what a lifesaver these mitts are. It just makes the application so much easier. You don't get any streaks or splotches, and this was around $5, and it's worth every penny just because it makes it so much easier to apply. It has a super soft velvety kind of surface to it, and you can just rinse this out and reuse it every time. Now on to prepping my skin for the self-tanner. I suggest doing this the night before you plan on applying it, because you don't want to be doing it on sensitive skin, especially if you're exfoliating and shaving and whatnot, which are a must. So number one, I have to make sure that I am shaved, and this is just my cute little Venus Snap. It's a little travel razor that I've been using. So first you want to shave to make sure there's no patchiness when you apply the product, and then I go in with an exfoliator, and I've talked about this product before. It's my favorite exfoliator. It's by Tree Hut. It's their Sugar Body Scrub in Tropical Mango. It works really well and it smells amazing. So after I've exfoliated and I'm out of the shower, I will go in with a heavy moisturizer. I'm kind of a freak about exfoliating and moisturizing, and this is the Shea Body Butter from the Body Shop. It's my favorite moisturizer, and I literally slather this on all over my legs, and I just kind of let it seep into my skin as I sleep overnight, and I wake up with super soft and super smooth legs. And this will make sure the color will go on nice and smooth and not streaky or splotchy at all. Okay, so now your skin is all prepped and it's the next day, and you're going to apply your self-tanner. And I would suggest waiting a few hours before you decide to go to sleep, because you do want to wait a full 7 to 8 hours for the product to really sink into your skin, and that way you don't have to worry about sweating it off or rubbing off the color or anything like that. The product itself dries pretty quickly within a few minutes, and it's dry to the touch, and it doesn't feel greasy or anything, but I would still wait about an hour or two before you put on any tight clothing or anything. I use about a quarter size amount on my mitt, and then I apply it on my skin in a circular motion, and you really want to make sure that it's very evenly distributed, and you want to make sure that it's nicely blended out. And I only use a small amount of this at a time because you don't actually see the color when you first apply it on your skin. It does start to develop in about an hour or two, but I only use a light layer at a time so that I can gradually build up that color if I want to. And I would suggest staying away from your elbows, your wrists, and any dry areas at first, because those can get kind of splotchy if you're applying too much of the product directly on those areas. So what I do is I basically apply all of the product all over, staying away from those areas, and then whatever is left on my mitt, which is not a lot, I will go over those areas very lightly, and that way it's not too splotchy. It's hard enough to apply self-tanner sometimes, and it's even harder to film myself applying it because I want to make sure you guys can see all the angles and whatnot. And I would typically be doing this at night, but for demonstration purposes, I am doing this in the day. And also, this is safe to use on your face if you wanted wanted to, but I only used it on my body this time. But after I've applied the tanning lotion all over and everything's nicely blended out, I allow it up to 2 hours to dry before I hop into bed. And like I said, you really want to give it up to 8 hours to fully kind of sink into your skin and let the color develop. And then in the morning, I like to rinse my body off, and then I just pat myself dry. And you really don't want to rub or be too vigorous when you're drying off your skin because you don't want to rub off any of the color. But I will say this does last a pretty long time. It says it lasts up to 7 days. I've had it on for about 5 days and I haven't seen any fading or any kind of splotchiness. But if you do see some splotches, I have heard that you can use some lemon juice and a gentle brush to kind of buff that away. And if you're wondering, this does smell like coconut. It doesn't have that really strong fake sunless tanner scent, and I'm really sensitive to those scents, and this just smells like coconut, kind of like a tropical vacation. And then I would just recommend using a moisturizer every night to keep your skin nicely moisturized, because nothing is worse than a fake tan on dry skin, and this will also help fight any splotchiness at all. But those are all of the products that I use for my self-tanning, and like I said, I will leave the information for TanCeuticals in the description box if you guys are interested, and I hope you guys found this helpful. Let me know what other summer-inspired videos you guys want to see from me, and you guys can always connect with me through Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, which is linked down below for you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! So today